In this method, the step 1 is same as overlap same, means you have to check the value of m that defines the number of elements in Hn. Next, you have to check L, that is the padded zeros. And next is N. N defines the number of samples or block size. So, according to that, if you have an example where xn is suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that is your xn, and hn is 1, 1, 1. For this xn and hn, you have to calculate yk using overlap add method. So obviously hn is length of hn is 3, so value of m will be 3. So L will be what? Padded zeros, that will be m minus 1, we know from the last class, so it will be 2, and size n will be L plus m minus 1, that will be 4. So these are the three values from the step 1 we are getting. Number of m is 3, L is 2, n is 4. Now in step 2, for this case, what you will do, you will first split that xn into different sets. You will split that xn into different sets by considering these three values. So as your n is 4, means the size of the block is 4, that means as the size of the block is 4, that means if we split the xn into x1n, x2n, x3n like that, size of each set will be of 4. Okay, and another thing is that as L equal to 2, that is padded 0 is 2, that means you have to add 2 zeros in the last 2 position of each set. Means x1n has a size of 4, on which the last 2 value will be 0. Similarly, x2n, x3n like that. So what will be the value of x1n? So x1n will first choose from the initial 1, 2. After 1, 2, next 2 position will be 0. So x1n will be 1, 2. Similarly, x2n 3400, x3n 5600, x4n 7800. If there is a 9, that 0 to 8, if there is a value 9, then what you should write? x5n 9000. Okay, like that. So in that way, in the second step, we are splitting xn into different subsets. This is your step 2. In step 3, what you need to do? Simply you need to calculate y1n, y2n, y3n, these values, and these values will be simply the convolution between the subset with your hn. What is the value of hn? 1 1 1, and size also 4, so hn will have a 0. So that hn will be the convolution with each and every set. Hn will be convolution with x1n, hn will be convolution x2n, like that, x3n, and y4n will be hn with convolution of x4n. So in that way you will get y1n, y2n, y3n, y4n. So for this case, what will be the value of y1n? Your xn is your hn is 1110. So if we write that hn in the matrix format, the matrix multiplication we will do for convolution we have checked. So y10, y11, y12, y13, that values you will get, and this is your hn, that will be multiplied to your x1n. In the last class we have seen that process, so how the multiplication happens. So here first you have to write the value of hn. So hn values will be like that: 1 1 1 0, one step back, 1 1 1 0, one step back, 1 1 0 0, and 1 0 0 0. That will be your hn. If you are not getting it, just follow the last class, it will be clear to you. And x1n, what the value you have? 1 2 0 0. So it will be 1 2 0 0. Simply do the multiplication. Sorry.
The third column to 1 1 1.
Yes. Because 1 1 1 you have, so 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0. That will be your value now. That is your hn, and that is your xn. So simply if you multiply, you will get your yn, and if you check it, value will be 1 3 3 2. In that way, y2n you will get 3 7 7 4. Y3n you will get 5, 11, 11, 6, y4n, you will get 7, 15, 15, 8. So these are the values of y1n, y2n, y3n, y4n. So in the next step, step 4, that step is named as the addition step. Means all the y values will be added, but there are some procedures. y1n, you have like that 4 box, as the size is 4, 1, 3, 3, 2. Your y2n will start from what? Position 2. Okay. y2n will start from position 2. If you ask why, you know from the last class, padded zeros are, there are 2 number of padded zeros. Okay, so you have to start from the position 2. Here you will put all the values. So next values was 3774. 3774. y3n will be, again from position 2, means 2 overlapping will be there. 5, 11, 11, 6. 5, 11, 11, 6, and y4n will be 7, 15, 15, that is 8. That will be 8. If you solve it, you will get 8. 8. Okay, so these are the overlapping. So now the addition will be there, and the addition value will be your yk. Addition means this one is alone, it does not have any box or the overlapping box, so you have to put 1. There will be no addition. Similarly, 3 does not have any overlapping box, it will be 3. That 3 have overlapping box with 3, so 3 will be added, it will be 6. That 2 is overlapping with 7, so it will be 9. Now these 2 already done, these 2. So 3, 7 you don't need to use again. That 7 is overlapped with 5, so 12. That 4 is overlapped with 11, so 15. That 11 is overlapped with 7, so 18. That 6 is overlapped with 15, 21. And 15 does not overlap with any value, or 8. So 15, 8. So that will be your yk value. That is your overlap add method. Clear? Na arekbar bolbo?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is very easy. Just you have to follow the steps. So what I'm trying to say, the overlap shape method and overlap add method is that whenever you will do DSP or the processing of digital signal or discrete signal, you will use basically the computer. So in that computer, whatever the algorithm I have told you, the overlap add method and overlap shape method, simply if you write that algorithm in a code format, that means any type of frequency response using DFT can be calculated by these two formula or these two algorithm. So it will be very easy, na? Simply you will input, you will get your output. And add is the matrix multiplication and the comparison addition. So time will also be taken very less. Instead of using different equations for different cases, as we did initially when we started the DFT. Okay. So that is the reason you need to know that type of methods. Linear by circular convolution means you have to do the linear convolution, but the method you will use the circular convolution method. Suppose, just consider one example. X1n is given 1, 2, 3, 4. X2n is given 1, 2, 1, 2. You have to do the linear convolution between these two. So length will be 4 plus 4 minus 1, 7. But you have to do that by using the method represented by circular convolution. So for circular convolution, we will consider the matrix method. Okay. So matrix method is very easy method, you know. You have used here matrix method. So in this method, whenever you do the linear convolution using circular convolution, first you need to check the length. Length of output. What will be? 4 plus 4 minus 1. 7. So initially you have to add 3 zeros to x1 and x2. So x1n you have to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0, 0. So size is 7 or length is 7, and x2n is 1, 2, 1, 2, 0, 0, 0. So you have got x1 and x2n. Now do the matrix method over that. So yn simply will be put the x1n here and put the x2n here. You will get your yn. So x1n is 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0. Zero. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0, 0. Like that. Simply fill up 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0, 0, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0, 0. Like that. Okay. and then simply do the multiplication by providing the value 1 2 1 2 0 0 0. Simply do the multiplication of two matrices, you will get your yn. That method is called the circular convolution method, but the result you are getting the linear convoluted.
স্যার ওটা 0 0 0 হবে না 0 0 1 হবে?
কোনটা বলতো?
x2
না 0 0 0. You have to add 3 zeros. 1
ও আচ্ছা হ্যাঁ সরি 1.
Okay. So in that way you are using the circular convolution method, but you are getting the linear convoluted result. Similarly, if I ask you the opposite, you have to do the circular convolution, but you have to use the linear convolution method. For that case, first suppose x1n is given 1 2 3, x2n is given 1 2 3 4. What you will do, you will first make both the length are same. To make the both lengths same, another 0 will be added. Next, you will put one value between x1n and x2n towards the column wise, another value towards the row wise. Suppose x1n, so 1 2 3 0, x2n 1 2 3 4. You can do the opposite also. x1n is row wise, x2n is column wise. Okay, no problem. Now simply you have to write other values within that matrix. How? Simply do the multiplication. 1 into 1 will be 1, 1 into 2 will be 2, 1 into 3 will be 3, 1 into 4 will be 4. 2 into 1 2, 2 into 2 4, 2 into 3 6, 2 into 4 8, 3 into 1 3, 3 into 2 6, 3 into 3 9, 3 into 4 0, 12. And 0 multiplied by all the values 0. Okay, from here you will get your output. How? All the values like that angle, all the values like that angle you are getting will be added. Just write the write in correct position. So addition, whenever you will do the addition, it will be easy. Means each angle you have to take. So in the first angle only 1 you have, in the second angle these 2 you have, in the third angle 3 4 3 you will have, In the fourth angle 0, 6, 6, 4 you will have. In the fifth angle 8, 9, 0 you will have. In the sixth angle 12, 0 you will have, and finally 0 you will have. So put all the values in the correct position, so you will understand how to get the angles. And just do the addition through the angle. Only you have 1 here, so 1, 2 plus 2, 4, 3 plus 3 plus 4 is 10, 6 plus 6 plus 4, 16, 8, 9, that is 17, 12, 0, that is 12, and 0. Okay. Here you are using the linear convolution method to get the circular convolution. So you are getting the circular convoluted value by this range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, range size of 7. Okay. That defines that if we add or if we make xn of 7 size, the DSP processor will operate perfectly. Okay. So in that case, xn will be considered as 7 size, x2n will be considered as 7 size, output you will get as of size 7. Okay. So that is your next method to calculate a circular convoluted value using the linear convolution method. Next, autocorrelation and cross correlation. Sometimes you will see that you need to compare your signal with your own signal, or if your signal is xn, so sometimes that situation comes, you have to compare xn with xn to understand what is the characteristics of that signal, or sometimes you have to compare that xn with another signal to understand the characteristics related to your input signal xn. So for that case, if that type of situation comes, then you have to use the autocorrelation or cross correlation process. In that process, what you will do, suppose xn is given, value like that, x of -2, x of -1, x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3. Okay, that xn is given. If you need to check the parameter or characteristics of xn by using the autocorrelation method, then first from xn you have to calculate x of -n simply. So x of -n means x of 3 will be x of -3, x of -2 will be x of +2. So value will start from -3 and end it +2. X of -3, x of -2, x of -1, x of 0, x of 1, x of 2. Now do the circular convolution between these two. Xn, circular convolution x of -n. If you do that, you will have the autocorrelated value between x1 and between xn and itself. Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So suppose xn is given. A small example I am considering. Xn is given 1, 1, 2, 3. This is the initial position. You have to do the autocorrelation. So simply you will calculate x of minus n. So 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, that is the third position. So it will start from minus 3. It will start from minus 3. So it will be 3, 2, 1, 1. That will be your 0th position. That is your x minus n. Simply do the convolution between these two. You will get your autocorrelated value yn. For this case, you can use linear convolution method for circular convolution, or you can use the other method, whatever you choose. In that case, the value will be 3, 5, 9, 15, 9, 5 and 3.
Sir.
Not the circular convolution, make a correction. It will be linear convolution. After getting the opposite value, do the linear convolution between xn and x of minus n. You will get your autocorrelated value. Yes, question is?
স্যার সার্কুলার কনভেনশন করলে তো স্যার দুটোর মধ্যে যেটা ম্যাক্সিমাম ভ্যালু সেটাই আউটপুট আসবে সাইজটা।
সার্কুলার
লিনিয়ার ক্ষেত্রে তো স্যার আলাদা
না। ফার্স্ট অফ অল এটা লিনিয়ার কনভলিউশন হবে, ঠিক আছে? এটা সার্কুলার কনভলিউশন নয়, ইট উইল বি লিনিয়ার কনভলিউশন। আর তুই যেটা বলছিস, ইউ আর কারেক্ট। whenever you will do the circular convolution, you will get the maximum size of the input. Suppose x1n is 5, x2n is 3, so circular convoluted result will be 5. But matter is that in some cases, depending on the parameter, xn is 5. Suppose xn is 5, x1 is 5 and x2 is 3, but the parameter you need to choose, or the size of the output you need to choose, suppose like that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 0 to 6. So you have to put all those value within that boxes. In that case, what you will have, each size you have to make 7. For that case, whatever I have told you, the linear circular convolution, by using linear convolution, that process will be used. Okay, so that depends on the system we are going to design. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So this is your autocorrelation. Simply from xn, calculate x of minus n, do the linear convolution between xn and x of minus n, you will get your autocorrelated value. For cross correlation, what will happen? In spite of one value or one sequence, two sequences will be provided. One is your xn, another is your x2n, x1n and x2n. For cross correlation, what you will do, if you need to check x1n, characteristics of x1n, make x2n mirror image, means calculate x2 of minus n and do the linear convolution between x1 and x2 minus n. If we need to choose x2n to understand the characteristics of that sequence, make x1n as x1 minus n. Then do the linear convolution between x1 minus n and x2n. You will get your cross correlated value. Clear? ক্লিয়ার না? এক্সাম্পল দিয়ে দেখাবো।
স্যার এক্সাম্পল দিন।
Okay. Suppose simple example, the same example. Suppose x1n is given 1, 1, 2, 3, and with that another parameter x2n is given 1, 0, 1, 2. Suppose. So what you will do? Suppose you are trying to understand the characteristics, or you are trying to correlate the value of x1n. So what you will do? Make the x2n as x2 of minus n. Suppose this is your 0th position and this is your 0th position. So this is the second position. So this will be -2. -2 position will be here. So at -2 position value is 2. -1 position value will be 1. 0th position value will be 0. And first position value will be 1. That will be x of 2 minus n. Calculate the linear convolution between these two. You will get your cross correlated value. Okay. Similarly, if you want to understand x2n, then to make the x2n same as it is, make x1n as x1 minus n. So if you do the x1 minus n, that is the that is the third position. So that is the minus third position. It will be value of 3, 2, 1, 1. That is your 0. Then make linear convolution between these two. You will understand the characteristics, or you will understand the correlated value related to x2n as the output. So that is called the cross correlation. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the basic small part that you can use depending on your requirement. If it is not mentioned, whether you have to do cross correlation, whether you have to do the autocorrelation, or you have to use the circular convolution by using the linear convolution method, or the linear convolution using the circular convolution method, you don't need to go for that. Whenever it is mentioned, then go for that. Otherwise, the normal process, you know, to calculate the convolution, linear or circular, you will always follow that process. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So next, very important part comes, named as fast Fourier transform. Or FFT. You can say FFT is the algorithmic structure of DFT. Means FFT, what it is doing, it is calculating the value xk by using the DFT formulas, but it is the algorithmic structure. That structure are followed by the DSP processor, and due to that structure, you will see whenever you will do the whenever you will follow the process in detail, you will see that number of multiplication and addition will be less if we simply follow that algorithmic structure, in spite of using the formula, in spite of using that formula, if you use that algorithmic structure that is formed by that formula itself, provides a less number of multiplication, less number of addition, means the less number of complication. As a result, what will happen? The result that you will get in a faster way. Because always keep in mind, in that class, in your theory part, you are doing the calculation by considering a sequence of size 8, a sequence of size 4, and you can solve it by using your hand and knowledge. But matter is that whenever you will do the practical operations, there the size should not be 8 or 4. The size may be 50, size may be 1000, size may be 5000, like that. Because that sequence 0 to 500, suppose that sequence you need to convert in digital or discrete. After that, you have to do the operation over that sequence. If the sequence is periodic, then it is easy. For that case, you have to understand what is the period, because all the process related to DFT, I have told you the system must be periodic. So for that case, you don't know what should be the size. So for that case, if the period is 500, means after 500 samples, the signal is repeating, then it is very tough to calculate 500 number of samples by using that formula. So for that case, you have to go through a algorithm that is run in your DSP processor. Okay. So for that case, always we will use the fast Fourier transform algorithm that will give you the result in a faster way. Clear? Why should we use the fast Fourier transform?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, that fast Fourier transform had some basic techniques. First of all, I mention you, there are two types of FFTs. One is DIT FFT, another is DIF FFT. DIT FFT means the decimation in time. FFT, fast Fourier transform. Decimation in time means we will decimate the samples in time domain. Decimate means we will simply break the sample. Whenever I will give you the example, it will be clear. Suppose 8 number of samples is given. So we will break the 8 number of samples into each 1 number of samples. Means we will consider individual samples and we will process. That is called the breaking. That breaking process happens by from 8 to 4 number of samples, then like that. Total 8 number of samples completely separately breaked by using that method. And that method we will see now. That is in time axis, then decimation in time. Whenever that will be in frequency axis, then it will be decimation in frequency. Depending on the operation, it is named. Okay. So, for that case, what are the process or what are the steps you will follow? Step is that First step was DITFFT. This algorithm will be operated over a sequence. Suppose the sequence size is n. Okay, so that n will be splitted individual n number of samples, and to do that you have to mention some stages. Just first write it down, then whenever I'll give you the example it will be more clear. First, that n number of samples will be splitted into individual n number of samples. For that case you need to follow some stages. Suppose 8 number of samples. In the first stage, what will happen? It will split it into 4 4. Then second stage it will split it into 2 2 2 2. Third stage 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, like that. Okay, means it will maintain some stage to split n number of samples to a individual n number of samples, and that number of stage will be given by capital M, where the relation between capital M and n is that. So simply you can see, if n is 8, value of m is what? 3. So check here, from 8, so 8 number of 1, to get 8 number of 1, how many stages you need to mention? 1 2 3. Okay, so in that way number of stage will be provided by capital M. Relation between n and m is n equal to 2 to the power m. That is the first thing. Second thing is that you have to break that sequence xn into 2 parts. First, into 2 parts. Second, individual 2 part means you are getting 2 sequences here, x1n and x2n. From xn you are getting x1n and x2n. In the next step, what you will do, you will split again x1n into 2 parts and x2n into 2 parts, like that. Okay, in that way splitting will happen. So in the first step, xn will be splitted into 2 parts. So obviously each part will be of size what? That is of size 8. So each part after first split, what will be the size?
4
4 means n by 2. Means whenever you will do the splitting, the size will be getting half, considering the before stage. So if xn is given, first you have to split into 2 parts given as xen and xon. Xen defines only the even number of samples, position depending on the position, and xon defines the odd number of sample positions depending on positions. So xen, what you can write? X of 2n. If we write x of 2n, whatever the xn you have, only the even value will be given. If xn is suppose size 8, so x0, x1 to x7. So if we consider the even number of sequence x of 2n, when n equal to 0, x0, when n equal to 1, x2, when n equal to 2, x4, when n equal to 3, x6, when n equal to 4, x 8. So for even part, if size is 8, what are the values you are getting? x0, x2, x4, x6, x8 you don't have, so x6 পর্যন্ত যাবি। x8 আছে কি?
No, sir.
না, so you will go to up to x6. So size, what is the length? 1 2 3 4. It start from 0, it ends at 3. Mean what? What is the meaning of that? Whenever you are splitting into even and odd part, length is splitted into 0 to n by 2 minus 1, isn't it? Check it and answer.
Yes, sir.
Initially size was 8, so capital N value was 8. Okay, now if we put 8 here, 8 by 2 4 minus 1 3, so varies 0 to 3 whenever we are splitting. So xen will be x of 2n for 0 to n by 2 minus 1. N will vary 0 to n by 2 minus 1. xon will be what? X of 2n plus 1. That will also vary from 0 to n by 2 minus 1. Okay, so if you put here value of n equal to 0, what will be? x1,
X4,
or
X3,
1, x3, x1, x3, x5, x7. So these odd values will be taken by xon. So what we are doing, we are splitting xn into two parts, x even n and x odd n. Then see, whatever I am telling here, that will be written in an algorithm. So that process theoretically looks like complicated, but whenever practically you will apply as an algorithm, it will be more easier. Okay, so first understand theoretically how it is happening, then practical operation will be more easier to you. So now we have splitted xn into xen and xon. Now we will use the formula here, the DFT formula. DFT formula is xk n equal to 0 to n minus 1 xn e to the power minus j 2 pi by n kn, or n equal to 0 to n minus 1 xn wn of kn, where wn equal to what? E to the power minus j 2 pi by n. All of you know that. That is named as the Twiddle factor. Wn is the Twiddle factor. Okay. Now, if we use that formula over xen and xon, so xn can be splitted into xen and xon, and overall xk we can write like that. Summation n equal to 0 to n by 2 minus 1 xen, suppose xen, that is your xen. So in the place of n we are using 2n, so whatever the remaining value, n will be 2n. That will give you the even part. Or even sequence. Clear it or not?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा क्लियर ना होले बोल भी हमके हैं। Plus remaining odd samples n equal to 0 to n by 2 minus 1. Odd samples is x of
2n plus 1.
2n plus 1. 2n plus 1. So in the place of n, we are writing 2n plus 1. So w n of 2n plus 1 k. So that will give you odd sequences. So overall sequence we have split it into two parts, odd part and even part. And simply if we solve it, the same range will be there, n by 2 minus 1, x of 2n, that value wn of 2nk, what we can write? Wn value is e to the power minus j 2 pi by n, that is to the power 2nk, isn't it? 2nk. So that we can write n by 2. That 2 we can write here, n by 2 e to the power minus j 2 pi by n by 2 into nk. Can we write that?
Yes, sir.
So if this is your wn, what will be this value?
Wn by 2.
Exactly. For n you are getting wn, for n by 2 you will get wn by 2. That means wn square, if you have that square, you can put here by 2. Okay. So simply what we can write, x of 2n wn by 2 nk plus from here simply if we multiply, one value will be 2nk, another value will be simple k. Means if we split that, it will be wn of 2nk multiplied by wn of k. That wn of k is not dependent on that summation, so I am writing it in the outside, wn k, and the remaining part n equal to 0 to n by 2 minus 1 x of 2n plus 1 wn to the power 2nk. Again we can write it n by 2 nk. Clear it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can check it. That is your xen. That is your xen. And that is your xon. And what is that? This is the DFT formula. N equal to 0 to n by 2 minus 1 xn wn to the power nk, 0 to some range xn wn to the power nk or kn. So that is your DFT formula.
Yes, sir.
So simply as your this x to the power x of 2n defines the xen, we will write xek. That formula gives you xek. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Plus wnk, that will give you xok. So up to that, completely clear or not? এটা আগে বল, because that is very important. If you tell me it is clear, then I will go forward.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Okay. So why I did that? I just want to make you understand. Whenever you are splitting the sequence, one sequence into two parts, one extra term comes. That extra term comes. That term takes very important operation or relation over the algorithm FFT. Okay. Again, if you split XCN into two parts, that XCN gives you 4 values. So if you split it into two parts, two value will be there, and 2 even and 2 odd will be splitted in the same way. For that case also, some WNK like value will come. Similarly, for that case also WNK like value will come. So what I am trying to say, whenever you are splitting, one extra term comes. Okay. That extra term always gives you the value related to the FFT. Now, how that extra terms, I'm not going further. I'm not splitting that part because you have got it, how to split it and how the terms comes. Just I'm writing how that terms will be applicable in your FFT. Okay. So now, whenever you are splitting into two sequences, suppose for example, xn is given as x1, x2. Very simple, of size of 2. So xn will be xen, that will be x2, and xon, that will be x1. Why I am saying that? If you have 8 number of samples, you will split total 8 number of 1, 1, 1 individual sample. So for 2 number of sample, what I did? 2 individual samples I splitted. Now, depending on these individual samples, you have to draw a diagram named as the butterfly. By using 2 samples, that butterfly can be drawn by using any 2 samples. Means you have 8 number of samples, you will have 4 number of butterflies. And that butterflies will be given like that. That will be your XEN. That will give your XON. Or simply if we mention it in frequency, it will be XEK, XOK. Okay. That line and that line has its individual value. That value defined as my +1 and -1, and that value you have got WNK. That WNK will always be multiplied to both the sequence. It will be multiplied to XOK always, because you checked here, it is multiplied with XOK or X odd K. So XOK will be multiplied by WNK, will be defined by like that, and XEK will be like that. You have to make the input in that way, and with respect to that, the output you will get as, for the upper side you will get xek plus, as it is plus 1, you will get plus this wnk xok, and that value you will get that xek. For this minus 1, you will get minus wnk xok. That will be your butterfly's output. Always keep in mind, if these two are input, first value minus second value with respect to that w value given, first value plus second value multiplied by that w value given will be your the first value at the output of the butterfly, and second output of the butterfly will be simply minus between these two. Clear it or not?
Sir, we will be provided with the twiddle factor value.
Yes, there is a process to calculate the twiddle factor value. Whenever I will give you the example, there I will mention that. In the next point, I will mention that.
Okay, sir.
That twiddle factor value you have to calculate. It will not be provided. The calculation process I will mention, and you have to calculate that twiddle factor value. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, if up to that clear, then come to the example. Try to understand the example. It will be more clear. Suppose xn 1 2 1 2 1. Xn is given by this 5 number of samples, means n equal to 5. So what is your first step? First, you have to understand what will be the value of capital M, means how many stage will have that. So if you have a 5 number of samples, how many minimum stage can we have? We know the relation n equal to 2 to the power m. So what should be the value of
3.
m?
3.
3.
3. So there may be minimum stage must be 3, because if the stage is 2, then 2 to the power 2 will have 4. So 4 number samples will be covered, but 1 sample still remaining. So stage must be 2 to the power 3. That is 8, isn't it? So n equal to must be the value 8. N equal to 5 has been given. You have to make n equal to 8. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So that is your now xn. So here capital M equal to 3 means you will have 3 stages. Now step 2. You have to mention the, you can write it down, because this is the step you have to follow, always the step. The input sequence from x0 to x7, for this case x0 to x7. Shuffled through bit reversal and output from capital X0, means that is xk, to capital X7 is written in natural order. The input sequence from x0 to x7 are shuffled through bit reversal, and output sequence from x0, capital X0 to capital X7 will be retained as a natural order. Okay, means you will have butterfly set. That butterfly will have input, and that butterfly will have output. Input that you have to consider by the bit reversal process. What is that? You have x0, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6 and x7. Total number of 8 number of inputs you have. If we represent that inputs first in a bit, as you have to do the bit reversal process, first you have to convert it into bit. Now you have 8 number of inputs, 0 to 7. Now to represent 0 to 7, how many minimum bit do you need? Obviously 3. So represent all the values from x0 to x7 by corresponding bits. 0 will be 0 0 0, 1 will be 0 0 1, 0 1 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, 1 1 1. Okay, now make the bit reversal. Means just reverse it. 0 0 0 will be 0 0 0, 0 0 1 will be 1 0 0, 0 1 0 will be 0 1 0, 0 1 1 will be 1 1 0, 1 0 0 will be 0 0 1, 1 0 1 will be 1 0 1, 1 1 0 will be 0 1 1 and 1 1 1 will be 1 1 1. Clear it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Depending on that, you will have the input. That 0 0 0 is the 0. It will be your x0. 1 0 0 is the 4. So it will be x4. 0 1 0 is 2. It will be x2. 1 1 0 will be 6. So it will be x6. 0 0 1 is x1. That is x5. That is x3. And finally x7. Why we are doing that? Because you can check here by using that already we have made even part and odd part in that way. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So that is your input. Okay. So after that, you know the inputs. And for outputs what I have told you, x0 to x7 will be in natural order. Means due to that input, whatever the output you will get, in the output you will write as x0 to x7. There should not be any bit reversal. For DIT FFT, that is DIT FFT. There should not be any bit reversal in the output. So first output you will get x0, the last output you will get x7. After that, step 3. You should write that part, okay? Step 3. Each stage consists of n by 2 number of butterfly. Each stage consists of n by 2 number of butterflies. Just write it down. Each stage consists of n by 2 number of butterflies. Okay. Step 4. I've told you that if you have 8 number of samples, you will split it in 8 individual samples, and for each butterfly you have to consider 2 samples. Now you have 8 number of samples. Which 2 samples will be your input? Between that 8 samples, any 2 samples may be input, but which 2 samples will be input, that will be chosen by the input and output of each butterfly are separated by 2 to the power m minus 1 numbers, where m is stage index. Meaning is that if you have 8 number of samples, you have 3 number of stage, then m equal to 1 means you are in the first stage, small m equal to 2 means you are in the second stage, small m equal to 3 means you are in the third stage. That is the stage index. That is the total number of stage defined by capital M, and small m defines that at which stage you are. Okay. So for stage 1, small m value is 1. So 2 to the power m minus 1 will be 2 to the power 1 minus 1, that is 1. That defines that bit separation will be 1, means that is your first bit, second bit, third bit, fourth bit, like that. So first bit for stage 1, first bit will be connected by bit separated by 1. That is 1 bit separation. So this one and this one, first bit and second bit, will be your input. The same thing for stage 2 will be 2 to the power m minus 1. So 2 to the power 2 minus 1, that is 2. So for stage 2, the input you have to take first bit and 2 separation, 1, 2 separation, third bit. So first bit and third bit will be your input. Clear it or not? Clear now না বলবি?
Sir, 1 আর 3rd মানে ওই যে ইনপুটস রিভার্সাল করে যেটা বার করলাম ওর 1 আর 3rd।
Exactly. Bit reversal করে তুই এটা পেলি, that is your first bit, that is your second input bit, third input, fourth input, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth input. So for stage 1, we are getting bit separation 1. Means for stage 1, whenever you will draw the butterfly, that bit and the next bit will be used to design the butterfly. For stage 2, you are getting bit separation 2. Means for stage 2, so suppose this is stage 1. So draw for stage 1. See, for stage 1 you can check first bit is connected to second bit in the input. This is your first bit, this is your second bit, this is your first bit, this is your second bit, first bit, second bit. So all the 8 bits are used as first bit, second bit by separation of 1. That is clear or not for stage 1? First tell me. Clear though? Now after stage 1, whenever you will do the stage 2, these are the inputs for stage 2. Clear? So for that stage 2, bit separation will be 2. That means for stage 2, whenever you will draw the butterfly, that will be your first bit for the first butterfly, second bit will be by separation of 2, 1, 2. So this will be your butterfly. Now these two bit used, next unused bit this one. So this bit will be connected to what? That bit. Bit separation is 2, you can check it. So clear it or not?
Yes, sir.
এটা theoretically করা বেশি complicated but practically more easy. That means in stage 2 you are getting that butterflies like that, and these are your output for stage 2, means these are the input for stage 3. If you have 8 number of bit, how many stages do you have?
3.
3. So stage 3 will be your last stage. Okay. So for stage 3, 2 to the power 3 minus 1 means 4. Bit separation will be 4. So for stage 3, the first bit will be connected to first, second, third, fourth. That is the bit separation 4. So that bit will be connected to that bit to draw the butterfly. And that bit will be connected to that bit. This one will be connected to this one, and that one will be connected to that one. In that way, total stage butterfly will have to draw. Clear it or not? If not clear, now check. I am drawing the butterfly. Again, I am showing you freshly. I am drawing the butterfly. 1. These are the inputs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 number of inputs, and inputs will be taken as x0, x4, x2, x6, x1, x5, x3, and x7. x0, x4, x2, x6, x1, x5, x3, x7 input. Now this is stage 1, this is stage 2, this is stage 3, and finally you will get your output. So this is stage 1, this is stage 2, this is stage 3. So for stage 1, what is the bit separation? 1.
1.
So that first bit will be connected to the second bit. So first bit is connected to second bit. Okay. Now this 2 bit has been used. Unused next bit is this one. So that bit will be connected to that bit as bit separation 1 for stage 1. So for stage 1, overall bit you will get like that. Okay. So the drawing of butterfly for stage 1 is done. And these are the inputs for stage 2. Output of stage 1 is the input of stage 2. Now you have to draw the butterfly for stage 2. For stage 2, bit separation will be 2. So for this case, if we draw the stage 2, that butterfly will be 1, 2 to that. So these 2 will be input for the butterfly of stage 2, and related to that will be your output. So this will be connected like that. That is your first butterfly, and this will be connected to this. That will be your second butterfly. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are used. Next free is this one. So this one will be connected to that one. So that will be your next butterfly, and that will be your next butterfly. So clear? Butterfly design for stage 2. For stage 3, 4 bit separation is 4. So for stage 3, this will be connected to 1, 2, 3, 4. This. So respective output will be like that. So bit separation is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will be your output for butterfly of stage 3. That is your first butterfly. This is your next input. That input of one butterfly, of the butterfly first input, second input will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will be connected. Sorry, it's wrong. This, for this case, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will be connected to that. So this will be connected to this. This is your second butterfly. Similarly, this will be connected to 1, 2, 3, 4. This respective output is this. So like that. That is your third butterfly. And the last one is this one. That will be your fourth butterfly. In that way, you have to design butterflies for total stages. Clear it or not?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in the step 3, each stage consists of n by 2 number of butterflies. Check it. Capital N is 4. Stage 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 butterflies. Stage 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 butterflies. Stage 3 also 4 butterflies. Means each stage will have n by 2 number of butterflies. Now, next point 5. The number of set or section in each stage is given by 2 to the power capital M minus small m. Means how many number of sets you will have. For stage 1, 2 to the power capital M minus small m. So capital M value is 3 for 8 number of samples. Small m value is 1. So 2 to the power 2, that is 4. Similarly, stage 2, 3 minus 2, it will be 2. And for stage 3, 3 minus 3, it will be 1. Meaning is that stage 1 will have 4 number of set of butterfly. Stage 2 will have 2 number of set, and stage 1 will be 1 number of set. And all of you know what is set. You can check that this is one set, because there is no connection between this butterfly and that butterfly. There is a gap, no connection. So this is one set, this is one set, this is one set, and this is one set. So 4 set for stage 1. For stage 2, you can check it. There is a connection between these 2 butterfly. So this 2 butterfly has 1 set, and this 2 butterfly has 1 set, 2 sets. And stage 3, all the 4 butterflies are connected to each other, means only 1 set. So stage wise set of the butterfly will be given like that. Like that. That is your step 5. Step 6, here you have to calculate the twiddle factor. Now you have to present the twiddle factor, because I have told you all that part will have a twiddle factor multiplied. You can check it. The butterfly I have drawn initially, that butterfly, that odd part will have a twiddle factor. Now you have to mention that twiddle factor will with its unique value. So for each butterfly will have its twiddle factor. Each and every butterfly, for that butterfly here, for this butterfly here, for this butterfly here, for this butterfly here, like that. For this butterfly here, for this case here, for this case here, for this case here. What should be the value of that twiddle factor? That will be defined by this formula. Step 6. K equal to nt by 2 to the power m, where t will vary like that, 0, 1, 2 up to 2 to the power small m minus 1 minus 1. Very important. Twiddle factor Wn of kn or nk. Okay, or n already you have mentioned, so that value is Wn of k. You can check. Wn of k. Here that k value will be calculated by that formula. Clear? So here small m defines the number of stage. All of you know. So for stage 1, small m value is 1. For this case, t will be, this is the last value of t. So last value of t will be what? 2 to the power 1 minus 1 minus 1. So last value of t will be what? 0. Clear it or not?
Yes, sir.
So t will vary from 0 to 0, means only t will have only one value, that is 0 for stage 1. So k will be what? Multiplied by t, means whatever the value, it will give you 0.
0.
So for stage 1, all the k values for w will be 0 for stage 1. Keep in mind. For stage 1, all the w value will have a k 0. And for this case, n number of, that is defined by n is 8. So I will write n here. So all the k value will be 0, n value is 8. Clear it or not?
Yes, sir.
For stage 2, for stage 2, m is 2. So t will vary 2 to the power 2 minus 1 minus 1. So up to 1. Maximum value of t is 1. So t will vary as 0 and 1. Okay. So k value when t equal to 0 means for the first k will be 0 obviously as t0. When t1, then k will be what? N by 2, n is 8. Then n is what? N is 8, t is 1. So 8, 1 by 2 is 4. Sorry, 2 হবে, 2 square. m is 2, so it will be 2 square, so it will be 4, 8 by 4, so it will be 2, correct. So k will have 2 values, and for stage 2 how many set do you have? Set of butterfly for stage 2, 2 set of butterfly. One set will have 2 W, so 1 W defines for the first k, second W defines for the second k. So first k have 2, 0, second k has 2. That is for next set, again it will be 0 and 2. For each and every set, always it will start from the first value of k. Clear it or not?
Yes, sir.
Whenever you are considering a set of butterfly, then the twiddle factor value will start from k equal to 0. Okay. Stage 3. For stage 3, similarly, t will be what? For stage 3, t will be what? 1 minute. Hello. Yes. হ্যাঁ বলুন। না না এখন ইন্টারেস্টেড না, দাদা বিজি আছি, থ্যাংক ইউ। For stage 3, what is the value of t?
3.
3. So maximum value of t is 3, so t will vary as 0. Is that 3? Yes, 3. So it will vary 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? T is 2 to the power 3 minus 1 minus 1. So 3. So t will vary from 0 to 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So how many k you will get?
4.
4 number of k you will get. So k for t equal to 0. K for t equal to 0 will be what? 0 obviously. K for t equal to 1, here m equal to 3, keep in mind, stage 3. So k for t equal to 1, eight by 2 to the power 3. So 1. For k equal to, for n value 2, k value will be what?
2.
2. For n value 3,
0,
for
1, 2, 3.
t value 3, k value 3. So 4 butterflies will have 4 k values as 0, 1, 2, 3. And for each set, it will start from 0, end at 3. Again, for next set, it will start from 0, end at 3. But at stage 3, only you have one set. So it will start from 0, it will end at 3. And each will have capital N value 8. So in that way, you have to mention all the twiddle factor values. Clear? এটা শেষ না করে উঠতে পারছি না, আর 5 মিনিট টাইম লাগবে, এটা শেষ করে দিই। হ্যাঁ, so in that way all the twiddle factor values have been mentioned. Now what you need to do, you need to calculate, and I have told you the calculation process. If you know input, output will be this plus this, that, and this minus this will be that. So for each and every butterfly, you have to calculate the output now. This output will be what? X0. I am writing this output. X0 plus X4 into W80. So W80 into X4. That is your that output. That output will be X0 minus, so X0 minus W80 X4. So for each and every cases, you know how to calculate the output. For each and every cases, you will get the output like that.
Yes, sir.
Now, these outputs, all the outputs will be the inputs for these butterflies. Okay. And if this is defined as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, F, G, H. Then, what will be the value of A1? Tell me. Value of A1?
A plus W80 into C.
A plus W80 into
C.
C. And B1?
B plus W82 into D.
B plus W82 into D. Exactly. So in that way, again you will get A1, B1, C1, D1, all the values. And in that way, output you will get. And output will be, that will be your X0, that will be your X1, that will be your X7. There will not be any bit reversal. It will be in natural order. Okay. So you know how to calculate the outputs, and you know how to calculate the W80. W8 value is e to the power minus j 2 pi by 8. So W80 is to the power 0, 1. W8, if we make it 2, that to the power 2, you will get a value. For 1 to the power 1, you will get a value. In that way, you will get all the values of W8. So clear how to calculate or how to solve a fast Fourier transform using decimation in time algorithm?
Yes, sir.
Now it will be more clear if you try it at your home, but check it. Theoretical process is very complicated, but if you can represent that butterfly, because for 8 number of input, that butterfly will always be the same. Butterfly diagram will always be the same. There will not be any change for 8 number of input. For 4 number input, there is a specific butterfly diagram. Okay. So for this case, whatever the W values will always be the same. And you know W0, W1, W2, W3 values. So what is happening? Simply values are put here, calculation, simply addition and multiplication, and you know, if you use calculator and if you multiply 1000 into 5000, the result you will get in a very faster way. But if you do that in theoretically, it will be very complicated. Same thing is happening here. If you can represent that butterfly in your system, that butterfly will give you the output very faster way. Clear? So first try that process by using 4 number of values. Suppose xn is given 1, 2, 3, 4. For this case, try. Okay, it will be small number of butterflies diagram. So try for this case at your home. Then try for 8. Okay. Solution will be step by step. You cannot remember it at your mind. Just you have to remember the steps. Whatever the steps I have told you. Just follow that steps, you will get your output. So I think it is clear. Okay, so try it at your home.
Yes, sir.
স্যার এটার পিডিএফটা একটু পাঠিয়ে দিন না স্যার।
এটা পিডিএফটা?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, এটা একটু পাঠিয়ে দিন না, ভালো করে নোটসটা নিতে পারলাম না।
এক কাজ কর, আমার ইয়েটা জানিস তো, ইউটিউব লিংকটা জানিস, তোদের দিয়েছিলাম, সেখানে আপলোড করা আছে, দেখবি ডিএসপি ক্লাস বলে আছে, সেখানে এফএফটির এটা আপলোড করা আছে। আর যদি সেটাতে না হয় আমি এটাতে আপলোড করে দেবো, আমাকে বলিস, আমি এটা আপলোড করে দেবো, কারণ আমার এটার পিডিএফটা তুই এখান থেকে এরকম ভাবে আই থিঙ্ক বুঝতে পারবি না।
না ও স্যার আমরা বুঝে নেবো, আপনি দিয়ে দিন।
বুঝে নিবি?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
তাহলে এবার আমাকে জানতে হবে এটা কি করে সেভ করতে হয়। তোরা জানিস কি করে সেভ করতে হয়? কারণ আই ডোন্ট নো হাউ টু সেভ ইট।
রোহিত জানে বলে।
বল কে জানিস? ডাউনলোড অ্যাজ পিডিএফ। ওকে, করলাম তো।
স্যার হচ্ছে মনে হয়, এখনই হচ্ছে।
হচ্ছে? ওকে, দেখি। হ্যাঁ হয়েছে হয়েছে। ওকে, ওকে ঠিক আছে, আমি এটাকে শেয়ার করে দিচ্ছি। ঠিক আছে,
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
আমি শেয়ার করে দিচ্ছি হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে, আমি শেয়ার করে দিচ্ছি। আমি শেয়ারকে শেয়ার করে দিচ্ছি। ডকুমেন্টস, ঠিক আছে, আশা করি সবাই পেয়ে যাবি। ওকে ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ। ঠিক আছে, তাহলে যদি কোনো প্রবলেম হয় তুই আমার ইউটিউব লিংকে গিয়ে ওখানে দেখে নিতে পারিস। ঠিক আছে, না হলে আমি এটা রেকর্ডিং করেছি, তোরা যদি রেকর্ডিং চাস আমি ইউটিউবে আপলোড করে দিতে পারি এটা। ওকে দেন, থ্যাংক ইউ অল।
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
ওকে,
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
থ্যাংক ইউ।